Morten from INKISH here in Cambridge with my good friend Matt Brooks.
Hey Morten, nice to see you again.
Good to see you again. Well, I met you in Lyon just a month ago or something like that.
Yeah, October, end of October.
End of October. Yeah. Second time I heard about the SpeedSet, and it was just a piece of paper on the wall, basically, right? Now we're here, right? I mean, how does it feel for you to see and be? I mean, I know you have been around it for years now, right? But to show it,
it's so much excitement, energy. Very proud. I think when you've been working on something for so long within the team, the project team, commercial people, but also the market, the customers. You have to keep everybody hooked for such a long time, and you have to keep doing it and doing it and doing it. There's so many times you keep doing that. So for me today, this is a almost emotional moment. Very emotional, very excited. I'm very proud of what we've done. Not just here today, but the build-up. The connection of everybody working together to make it happen. It's just a super cool time, and really proud to see it really come to life. So.
I can tell you that just after lunch, when the doors are starting to open, I saw all your colleagues were standing at the end here. Yep. So I went and cheered them up a little bit, right? And I basically said to them, I mean, you must be so proud, right? And because it is a team spirit to build something like this, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we have a very focused project team. We have dedicated roles and disciplines within the focus on SpeedSet specifically. But we can't do that without the wider team, the wider community, and the support that all brings together. And when you have something like today, it's important that everybody is included, whether they're involved on a day-to-day basis. That doesn't really matter. It's about a trajectory for what's happening going forward, and so to feel that energy, to be inspired by what we're doing, and to feed off the energy from the customers, the people that were here, that we were doing this for. But we weren't just doing it for them; we're also doing it for our business. To take pride in that, and so we really wanted to include everybody, and I think that showed.
100%. And I can't help think about all of this on top of successes like let's say the X3s. Let's say that takes that from the INKISH side, and then you have the Tauros from the AGFA side, and selling off to EQ3 to have an acquisition. I mean, it's not just like one thing, right? No. I mean, it's been kind of few, let's say, transitions in the past 2-3 years, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, certainly with Echo 3, the carve out of Offset, AGFA buying INKISH, staying focused on SpeedSet, on onset. There's lots of, how do you say it, spinning plates. But spinning plates is good as long as you still have focus, and I think that's the difference here. We have lots of spinning plates, lots of activity, lots of involvement with lots of different topics, but to stay focused on SpeedSet, to be able to show what we did today is impeccable, and I think we showed that very well.
Can't help think about how many people I've talked to in the industry that was jealous when it was AGFA that acquired INKISH, right?
Yeah, I think we heard it a few times, and I think in the end, people were maybe a little bit jealous, but also interested. That was a disruptive time for the market. AGFA buying INKISH really become quite powerful solution provider.
Let's talk a little bit, because I mean your role is of course. Tell me a little bit about your role on the machine specifically.
Specifically about the machine?
Yeah, I mean, what is your role in managing a project like this?
So, my overall responsibility is for the business unit for packaging. So, but that all started more than 2-3 years ago. Yeah. So, as a product manager, in product management, we were, the idea of something solution for the packaging market, for folding carton, for corrugated. So that was all about going out, talking to converters, talking to customers, talking to market analysts, industrial specialists, bringing that back, but really trying to understand what challenges they face. As a product manager then, it would be very easy just to say, this is the next product in our portfolio, we're going to sell this. that obviously can be quite successful. But really, if we want to bring something game-changing that's really going to grow our business, we have to be able to bring something different. And the only way we could do that was to get out in the marketplace. So my role really was customer-facing, opening doors, feeding back into the business, and then working with the R&D project team on defining that specification to what you see today.
And I mean, I think the way I know you is that, I mean, first of all, you're a very friendly person, right? But you're also knowledgeable, but you're also, I think you're quite good at capturing also the onset when you visit a customer, right? So you see that, okay, how they, for example, here we see how they put paper on a pallet, for example, right? You understand that, okay, that's part of the process, and if you want to have a successful machine, you need to understand the entire process, even that is, let's say, out of, let's say, the AGFA space, because, I mean, you have feeders, you have dryers, you have palletizers that are not palletizers, but like, what's it called? Can't remember. Stackers.
Yeah.
Where basically those kind of things is not like your products, but you need to make them fit together. I mean, so this journey must have been interesting because you cannot just talk to your neighbor converters. You need to go around, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's an interesting comment, because what we really decided very early on was if we want to be successful, we should partner up, collaborate with industry experts to help have better adoption. So, the feeder, stacker, the drying. If we really tried to do everything ourselves, we would never come to market. So actually what the market needs is good partnership, good collaboration to really educate the industry. And we look at that from a full solution. But then it doesn't even stop there. What happens after that pallet's printed, the finishing, the gluing, the folding. So it's an important part. And we bring all that together.
Yeah, because you mentioned in your introduction here today that it doesn't really matter if you have varnishes or inks that doesn't fit with the gluing in an analog line, because you know that at some point these will end up in an analog line where you basically need to fold and glue, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's an important part of the design process, the project definition, the specification. Important not just for food safety, all the regular things from a legislation perspective, but thinking about, I come from a technical applications background. It was my job in the past to go in and firefight and fix those things. So I don't want that pain when we're launching a new product.
I mean, essentially we're all lazy, right? We want to make sure that it works the first time, right? Yeah.
Exactly. So, compatibility with the post-print processes was key for the success of this product.
It's still a lot of work before you can ship them as like finished products. Obviously, you have beta customers, as you said. Obviously, I guess that there's always like nice things that can be put in different ways in order also to make it more scalable when you start pushing it into production. But are you already, because of all the information and knowledge you gain from your market research, are you already like having a roadmap for what comes next? Or
I think, we wouldn't be AGFA, I wouldn't be me, I wouldn't be in the job I'm doing if we weren't thinking about the future. But the key thing for us right now is to make a success of this with focused effort, get this into the market, make it a success. Let's not just keep it as a demonstration machine. Let's really get it in and change those consumers that need it. Answer all of those questions, all of the challenges. Still a lot of questions around that. We answer that, and then we follow it up with the roadmap and what comes next.
But some of the, let's say, technology decisions you made, for example, I paid special attention. You said that, for example, the pre-coder is a digital pre-coding unit, because I mean, if you see some of the other machines in the market, they take a flexography approach to it, and I was just wondering, it often is more expensive to take the digital approach. Is it just because it gets better, or is it just because the platform can further develop easier by having the right choices from the beginning? Or
I think for us, it was always our ambition to have full digital. We're a digital company. We started as a digital company. Everything is inkjet. Everything is digital. So for us to have something that was a bit hybrid or more analog, it doesn't fit the persona, the profile. But also I think as well the technology from a printhead perspective, the development of the fluids has evolved and developed so much that we have great reliability for inkjet varnish, inkjet primer, the pre-coat particularly. We're not. It's the same jetting technology. We've really
Yeah,
developed
I could
that.
see it looked more or less like the same printers, or at least the bars look pretty similar.
It's
right?
same concept in terms of the bars coming over the print, but it's a very thin film weight, and I think for us as AGFA, that's an important differential. We're a chemical company built on our chemical history, and the consumables, so primer, inks, varnish, they're all fine-tuned to put the minimal amount thin film down, optimized drying, and to get that homogeneity. And that's where it's different for us, because that overcomes all of those doubts about primer.
So what is a primer? I mean, I know that what it is, but is it an organic material, or what is it made of?
Well, it's the same chemistry components as the inks.
As the inks. Okay, I was just wondering. So it's not like something that will cause issues with de-inking. And
No.
Yeah.
So same again. We talk about the recyclability, the reusability. This world of circular economy. So the same specification as the inks. The ability to recycle, reuse. How it wouldn't be much of a solution if only the ink part was reusable,
that would
recyclable.
be a little bit strange,
so
right?
The primer and varnish are fully compatible with that specific part of the specification.
The last question I have in this round, because we also have a session tomorrow where we go a little bit into the details of the machine, right? I was thinking that all the work that you do now and get it to market, are you, I wouldn't say afraid, because competition is good, but I mean, I think a lot of people are now anticipating that 24 forward will be like the really year of inkjet, right? And everybody has probably ticked some of the same boxes, that they need a larger form, or they need faster speed on the machine, something like that. Is that something that you fear in relation to be fast enough to get it to market, or?
I think Drupa will help us there. I think all the shows next year, we're ready. We're going into beta, of course, but we feel certainly today is the highlight to be able to show the machine, show it off in the state it's at. We actually physically saw it printing today. It wasn't just a sample show and tell. This is an industrial printer. So we're ready to be taking customers, following up with the betas, and preparing for an exciting 2024.
Fantastic. Congratulations, Matt.
Thank you, Martin.
And I do
Pleasure
understand.
to have you with us.
Oh, so nice to be here. And last word, I just want to say, amazing machine, amazing technology, and I'm very happy to be here.
I'm thrilled to have you, and it's great comments. So thank you very much. Cheers.